Hello again guys, Matt here with a new series here on the channel, the Buy or Avoid series. And in this series I will be giving you guys all the information you will need to come to a decision whether to buy a game or avoid it completely. I will be giving you advice whether or not to buy different editions of the game, pre-order or wait a few weeks after the game releases to get a better consensus of the game. And in the first of this series we will be reviewing For Honor, the highly anticipated melee medieval combat game. And please remember to like and also comment your thoughts on the series below. And let me know if this helped any of you guys who are still undecided over For Honor. Okay then guys, let's jump right into it straight after this. So the categories that we'll split For Honor into will be gameplay, online modes, war of the factions, customization, competitive play, the longevity of the game, and the story first of all. And we're going to be starting with the overall gameplay. So most games in the medieval combat genre fall short with overall gameplay, where the player is often left button mashing to achieve kills, and this leaves the player wanting for more. There is little to no skill involved with constantly mashing buttons faster than your enemies to achieve victory. Luckily, For Honor offers a new system in this genre, the Art of the Battle system. Art of Battle lets the players pick between three stances. What happens next is an intense rock paper scissors match with your opponent where players attempt to fake out the opponent to get the better of them. Match your opponent's stance to block incoming attacks, tapping the heavy button when the chevron lights up to parry, and to counter the attack. On your attacks you want to strike an enemy from where they aren't blocking from. The system would be enough on its own, but For Honor also offers a huge host of counters, combo moves, string attacks and combos, and dodging capabilities that all meld together to give a fun, skilled experience for players as a knight, viking or a samurai. So overall then a big thumbs up for the combat style and the Art of Battle system from us here. The major focus of For Honor is the multiplayer online matches, where you can match your skill against enemies in a variety of game modes, with or without allies. Upon making this video, For Honor currently has 4 online game modes, with the option for each to play against players, or you can also play against the AI. Set your skill to task in intense 1v1 duels in the best out of 5 elimination match, in duel mode. Team up with a brother-in-arms in 2v2 brawl, with the same rules in brawl mode. If you want the intensity of brawl and duel on a larger scale, team up with 3 other players in an elimination mode. May the best warriors win in 4v4 elimination. And finally, the marquee mode of For Honor is the 4v4 Dominion mode. Players fight for control of 3 points on the map. By capturing and holding points, the team gains score. Upon reaching 1000 score points, the enemy team starts to break, meaning that a sudden death mode begins for their team. Slay them all before they can rally to win the game. In this game mode, players must team up, find favourable matchups and know the best time to move to different locations on the map to effectively capture points, aid allies and control the map to victory. Overall, Dominion seems to be the main focus for online gameplay, and it's a very good and enjoyable game mode to play with friends. However, the intensity of only having 1 life per round is somewhat diminished. For the category of game modes, we can evaluate that For Honor is pretty decent, but leaves much to be desired. Luckily, the development team have announced that they will be working on new gameplay modes between seasons of For Honor, which leads us to our next category. So then, the War of the Factions. The War of the Factions is the in-game metagame of For Honor, and it is the game's representative for the overarching story of the game. The endless war between the Knights, Samurai and the Viking factions. Players swear fealty to one of the factions when starting the game, and every online game that they participate in grants war assets. After their game, players can deploy these assets to the world map, which is split into territories controlled by the Knights, Samurai or the Vikings. At the end of each season, which lasts for 3 months with 4 planned seasons which is going to last a full year, a winning faction is then crowned after each season and warriors of that faction are rewarded loot and riches for their accomplishments. Players can change factions during seasons but will not be rewarded however if they choose to do so. This is to stop players flocking to the winning faction at the end of the season to achieve loot. So if you wish to switch your allegiances, wait until the off season between seasons. The War of the Factions is a great way for the game to illustrate the story of the game into online gameplay, and we love this idea. For what the game is, the War of the Factions is a great addition to the game. Okay then guys, customization. In the world of online multiplayer games, players always want a fitting avatar to play as that reflects their fantasy, their image and their personality. So customization is a huge factor for many gamers when being introduced to games like For Honor. We have a huge host of customization videos on the channel that will provide details of the For Honor customization, and I'll leave a link to that playlist in the end screen after this video. However though, For Honor does provide a fully fleshed out, awesome customization system. Players can intricately change armor style, designs, patterns, colours, emblems and much more. The game offers hundreds if not thousands of options when customizing your character, with unlocks as you progress in the game. The actual character customization though falls a little short, but still gets a pass. Players can change the gender of most heroes, and hero skin colour, and for some of the Viking classes you can even add body paint and tattoos. It would have been nice though to have different face presets and hair or facial hair styles. With the character often donned in large armour, it isn't all that noticeable anyway. For Honor should get credit for its great customization system. Okay, moving on to competitive play. It was recently confirmed that competitive play and tournaments will be making an appearance in For Honor. This is great news for fans of the game because it is competitive play that leads to a game's longevity and For Honor's chance of success. Because of the team play aspects and skill of the game's Art of Battle system, For Honor has a chance to host some memorable tournaments with esport potential. The game will likely follow a similar mode to the Ubisoft title Rainbow Six Siege, where invitationals and tournaments occur. For Honor will likely have privately externally hosted tournament play, as well as ranked tournaments in-game, which is very exciting and a big chance for players to truly test their skill. Think you have what it takes to prove you are the best hero, not only in your faction but in the For Honor world, then these tournaments may just be your calling. What is interesting though, is how they choose to organise ranked play. We know it will be in a separate game mode than casual play, but will there be ranked play in all game modes that are bracketed separately? So will we have our Bro rank, our Duel rank, Elimination rank, or Dominion rank, or will all of these be ranked together? And what way would you guys prefer? Let us know in the comments below. And should we be ranked in numbers by a leaderboard, or should we be sorted into tiers like in Overwatch where you have Grandmaster, Master, Diamond, Platinum, Gold, Silver and Bronze? Ranked play and tournament play, however, is great for a game like For Honor, and we are glad that the dev team are putting in the effort to establish a ranked system. They'll have to focus on balancing the gameplay of the classes, however, for ranked to achieve longevity. Okay then guys, the story, which is something that I'm really excited about. For Honor isn't just an online multiplayer combat title. Players can also play through the For Honor story, either in solo play or in cooperative 2-player online. The story is of various For Honor heroes and their tale leading up to the never-ending war between the trio of factions, at a time where peace finally seemed possible. However, the warlord Apollyon sought to change that and weed out the weak, leaving only the strong to fight in the war for eternity. We have so much to learn about the For Honor campaign. However, we do know that we will be introduced to various factions playing as heroes from the Knights, Vikings and the Samurai, and we're even going to be representing Apollyon's Blackstone Legion with our Warden character. The developers have crafted a story experience that seems enriched with lore, and has been developed well enough to offer a fully fledged campaign experience for the players. An awesome feat that I myself am excited for most of all in For Honor, and huge props to the dev team, and let's hope it isn't a letdown. Finally then, we can talk about the longevity of For Honor. A lot of people have become dubious with Ubisoft titles with the diminishing sheen of Assassin's Creed, and the flop that was The Division. However, For Honor seems to be a well looked after title, with a lot of enthusiasm and creative care behind it. Here are some things that might lend to the longevity of the title. The previously talked about ranked and tournament play must succeed and be balanced throughout with regular patching. Ranked mode must also be structured in a fair system with good matchmaking. The seasons also should lend to the longevity of the game if there is a balance among the factions for the War of the Factions mode. This alone could keep players enthralled with the title, allowing them to represent and win for their faction. However, after every season, the team have also claimed to be bringing out new game modes, gear and weapons, 2 multiplayer maps, and the big one, we're going to have 2 new heroes after every season. New heroes and even factions will keep the game fresh and interesting, and if the heroes pull off their promise of fresh gameplay styles and a variety of new weapons, overall the new planned content seems to nod towards a successful title that will give players their money's worth. So just some added things before we wrap up then. Pre-ordering the game grants additional bonuses like the reputation outfits for the Warden, Kensai and the Raider. With the Deluxe edition of the game we get the Sunbeam emote from the Ubisoft Club, we also get free helmet ornaments, and a 30-day champion status. The Gold edition also offers all of this, including the Season Pass, which gives us early access to all the heroes, and they're going to be free of all in-game currency. And my evaluation is, although that you will be paying AAA game money for an unproven title, this Ubisoft game certainly fits the bill of a AAA title and offers longevity, rich customization, tantalizing multiplayer gameplay, and a fully fledged story. And therefore, you should buy this game. Thanks for watching guys, click the end screen for more of our For Honor coverage including a customization playlist. Remember to like the video if you enjoyed my analysis and comment below whether you will buy this game, thinking about buying it, or have already bought it. Okay then guys, thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next video.